"Take the guest room," he said. Just like that. No hesitation, no shame. His voice didn't even rise. It was the same tone he used to tell me dinner was ready, or that the mail had arrived. And then came her, his sister, belly round, grin sharp enough to slice through me. "It's great if you're gone by the weekend," she added, laughing like it was all some harmless joke. I stared at them both. Him, the man I built a life with. Her, the sister who once cried on my shoulder after her first miscarriage. Now they stood there, united, against me. So I left. Not because they asked me to, but because staying would have meant lowering myself to their level. And I had other plans. I met Daniel 10 years ago. He was charming in the way that made people lean in. A lawyer with soft eyes and sharp ambition. We built everything together. The house, the business, the illusion of a perfect marriage. I handled the bookkeeping for his firm, learned his passwords, paid his bills, filed his taxes. I thought it was partnership. Turns out, it was intel gathering. I just didn't know it yet. His sister, Claire, was always intrusive, too close. The type who showed up uninvited, rearranged the fridge, left her coffee cups in the sink. I tolerated her. Daniel said she had a hard life. I believed him. Back then, I believed everything he said. The change started small. Missed dinners, locked phones, whispers that stopped when I entered the room. I noticed the first receipt 2 months before Claire's surprise visit. A jewelry store. Diamond bracelet. Wrong initials engraved. I didn't confront him. I just started watching. Quietly. By the time Claire showed up pregnant, I already knew. It wasn't her husband's child. It was Daniel's. The dates aligned too perfectly. The lies too smooth. I had the DNA test before she even unpacked her suitcase. A swab from her coffee mug, a stray hair from his pillow. I had contacts in the lab. Discretion comes easy when you've been paying the right people for years. When I handed Daniel the guest room keys and smiled, he thought he'd won. He didn't notice the quiet way I wiped my fingerprints off the doorknobs, or how I left my laptop open just long enough for him to see the account transfer page. I spent that first night at a hotel overlooking the city. Our city. The skyline flickered in the window like a heartbeat. By morning, I'd emptied the joint account. Every dollar I'd earned, every cent he thought was ours. Then I withdrew half the firm's emergency fund, legally, because technically I was still listed as co-owner on the business license he'd never bothered to update. While he was playing house with his pregnant sister and her clueless husband, I was with my lawyer, signing papers. Quiet, surgical. I filed for divorce, cited infidelity and misappropriation of marital funds. Attached the DNA report. Attached the receipts. Attached the security footage from his office. Him and Claire late one night when they thought no one was watching. 3 days later, Daniel called. "Where are you?" His voice shook. "We need to talk." I let it go to voicemail. By day 4, his calls turned to texts. By day 5, to silence. That's when his mother called me. A trembling voice, broken sentences. She's saying, "You're lying, about the baby, about Daniel." I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. "Ask for a paternity test," I said simply. "She'll refuse. That's your answer." The real panic hit a week later. Claire's husband showed up at Daniel's office with the test results I'd anonymously mailed him. Notarized, verified, unmistakable. He made a scene, screaming, breaking things, threatening to go to the press. Clients walked out. The board suspended Daniel pending investigation. By sunset, his name was trending online. Scandalous affair. Lawyer impregnates sister-in-law. I watched it unfold on the news from a seaside cafe. The air warm, the waves calm. I stirred my coffee slowly. That same night, his mother showed up at the firm, shouting in disbelief. "She's lying, Mom! Please tell me she's lying!" Claire sobbed, but her mother didn't answer, just slapped her, in front of everyone. Daniel tried reaching me again. He wrote, "You destroyed my life." I replied, "No, you did. I just documented it." I'd already moved the money into a private trust, one he couldn't touch. The house was listed under my maiden name again. And his firm? My lawyer made sure the ethics board saw the financial discrepancies. Client funds mingled with personal expenses. He won't practice law again. Claire's husband left her, took their daughter, and filed for custody. Daniel sold his car to cover legal fees. The last I heard, he moved into a cheap apartment across town, alone. I didn't need to see it to know what it looked like. The bare walls, the silence, the echo of what used to be control slipping through his hands.